Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Red Rooms. Now I've had this on my list for a while, and I heard it's great, but I didn't I didn't feel like reading. Sorry about that. I didn't feel like reading, right? Because this is a French Canadian film, which I think it's all in French, so you got to read the subtitles. But I don't know. It's on AMC Plus, Amazon Prime. It's a psychological horror thriller, serial killer, whodunit, crime, horror, mystery thriller, all that fun stuff, right? A model becomes obsessed with a high-profile murder trial. That's all we know about. 7.1 on IMDb, 15,187 people rated it so far. I know the title's different. It's an hour and 58 minutes long. The title's different because it's in French, but to us English-speaking people, it's called Red Rooms. I don't know anybody in it. I apologize. Pascal Plante is the one who wrote it and directed it, but I hear it's great. I'm excited to see it. Not too excited to read it, but comes with the territory. You got to break out of your show. There's so many good international films out there that I've seen that they break they break the bank. I don't know. They do a great job, and what they do. I love Hear No Evil or Speak No Evil, whatever that one was. That one was great, but they do a great job. Normally, like if you get it on Netflix, they dub it for you. So I think that takes away from the authenticity of the film. But who am I? I don't care. I just don't feel like reading. So anyway, let me get into it, see what it's about, give you a better idea, and see if it's worth reading. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Red Rooms, and wow, um, what an interesting film. And I'm going to give you a brief overview of it, and then we're going to open up the doors a little bit, talk more about this, because let's just go through it a little bit really quickly, right? So this movie follows a model, poker player, hacker type woman, young girl, who for some reason becomes interested in a local murder case. The case is some guy, and this isn't drawn out, so you're going to understand it a little bit more, but I'm not going to spoil anything yet. But this guy is accused of murdering 3 young teenage girls. All look very similar, blonde hair, blue eyes kind of thing, and created what I've heard of as like snuff films, right? So he recorded all of it, put it all online for everybody to see, and collected money from all that. And that's called Red Rooms. That's the reason the title, at least in English, is Red Rooms, right? So this girl, following the case, she's going to the trial each and every day. She actually sleeps outside, so she's first in line so she can get in there and see this trial. And just becomes obsessed with it, like researching it, looking into different things. Another girl comes in for a little bit, and I'll say when I watched it at first, I was, thinking about this other girl really had no, I don't know. She wasn't necessary, but watch further. It is, right? You got to see the movie all the way filmed before you make a judgment like that, right? So this other girl comes in. She's an advocate for the defendant. She believes in him. She's innocent until proven guilty kind of girl. She kind of creates another relationship. She creates a relationship with our model main actress. And I will say, as you're watching it, and again, it seems like she's void of opinion. Like she never agrees with her or disagrees with her throughout this whole piece. And so that's what you're watching. And I think throughout most of the film, you're thinking like, she's really invested in it. You want to see the outcome of this trial and what's going on. And so if you're interested in that in any form of, watch this movie. It is actually really well done. It's subtitles for 95% of the movie. There's a little bit of English here and there, but it's all in French, so you have to read it. So you really have to pay attention. And that's an hour and 58 minutes. I don't even know how long I said it was going to be, but I just looked at an hour and 58 minutes of just reading. But it keeps you engaged. So I, didn't lose sight of anything throughout this whole movie, full attention. So that's where we are. I thought it was well done, but it is a dark and disturbing plot line, right? Like I told you what the trial's about, not great. So there's that type of allure to it. So if you're not into that type of thing, and I get it, you don't have, if you're not, don't watch. you wouldn't even probably be watching my review. You know, it's not great subject matter. But if you're intrigued by the movie in any way, let's talk. Or if you've already seen it, because I got to open it up right now. I can't comment on the acting. I can't talk, because it's all like in French and stuff like that. I can tell you that I was drawn in and I read the entire movie. So that tells you a lot. So with as I got to open the doors. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler. Well, before wait, don't jump if you haven't seen it. I will say this, that the ending of this movie is open to your interpretation, which is part that I like. Don't like the subject matter or anything like that, but the fact that what they did here, I kind of like it, but it also bothers me. So there you go. I feel that it's open to your interpretation. I think for those of you what I thought I was watching a movie for, you get what you thought you're going to get. But then as you watch the movie, you know that's not why you're watching the movie. I got to talk openly because I'm just talking in riddles now. So anyway, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Right? So if you haven't seen it, and I'm going to still try and protect it, I do believe you understand at the end of this film what has happened. And, what happens with the murder trial, what happens with that girl who came into the picture and exited that I thought was useless, but was not useless. But what you don't understand is what happens with our main character and what her motivation was. And that is interesting. And I don't know. Does she do the things that she does looking to help in the trial in any form or fashion, to help drive justice in a sense? Or does she do it because she's so infatuated that she's gone down this rabbit hole and she's doing it for her own enjoyment, mental thing, right? You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe it's both. I don't know. I mean, you would like to think it's for the initial part, the justice side of things, or to help things go along, make things better. But the pictures, in the bedroom, odd. Showing up like court, I thought there was a motive behind that, like this is going to do something that's going to trigger something. But as I look back, was it something to trigger something from him? I mean, it elicited a wave. Is that what she was looking for? Or was she just that down that and then we don't know what happens after. You know what I mean? Like, she spends her life savings, which is a lot of money, to do what she did, and we don't know why, and then we don't know what happens to her. We know, I think, because she showed up at the court dressed as she was that one day, that I believe, like, the FBI or somebody was following her. She was probably going to get in a lot of trouble. I know she's really a good hacker, and she was able to probably hit a lot of her tracks, but did they catch up to her? Will they catch up with her? I don't know. All of that is left out there so that you can think about it and pull down. So that's what makes a really good film, I think. Again, I don't like it. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. No, that's not a song. That's I Want to Rock. I don't know. Sorry. Well, there you go. Probably went on a little bit longer than I needed to, but I wanted to get out the explanation of the movie so that people would understand if they like it or not, and I had to talk openly about it because it really piqued my curiosity. There you go. Sorry it was such a long video. Hopefully you found some of it helpful. Love to hear your comments. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.